This is a lie. Wow. This is a gargantuan lie. This is the least racist, multicultural, multi-ethnic country in the history of the world. That these people believe it is proof to me about how effective lying can be. This is an unbelievably non-racist country. Have you people been to Asia? Do you people know that the Japanese did not allow one Vietnamese boat person into Japan because they're not Japanese? But we allowed them into America.
What is that? We're better than the Japanese.
No, we're better than everyone.
Dumb argument.
We are less racist than any country with many races.
Okay,
it is a lie.
But we could still have some racism
have ever been documented.
Of course, there's I'm a Jew. There are anti-Semites in America. It is a giant lie that America is anti-Semitic.
Bill Maher brought on Dennis Prager and a few other guests onto his show, Real Time with Bill Maher. And in this video, Dennis Prager absolutely demolishes Bill Maher and all of the woke things that he stands for. Obviously, Bill Maher has been coming around on certain issues recently, but there's still a whole lot of things that Bill Maher is just absolutely insane when he covers these things. In this video, we talk about a few of those things that Bill Maher is still very much insane on, and Dennis Prager absolutely demolishes Bill Maher for all these ridiculous stances. Let's get into this clip here of Dennis Prager destroying Bill Maher on his own show, Real Time with Bill Maher.
And the sheep not applauding. Okay, so Dennis, how can you justify saying truth is not a left-wing value when Donald Trump has lied over 13,000 times since taking office? He does lie. You would agree with that?
He does.
Okay. On a level that no one else has ever lied.
No, that I would not say. You see, wait. First of all,
what about like when he makes a phone call? Like he said he talked to Mitch McConnell, and Mitch McConnell said we never had a conversation.
Okay.
Has every president lied like that?
So allow me to explain my comment.
Okay.
All right. First of all, Donald Trump is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not right-wing or conservative. Donald Trump is Donald Trump. Okay. The left wing.
What does that mean?
The left wing. I'll tell you what it means. I'll tell you what it means.
It means nothing.
The left wing is infinitely larger than one person. I don't choose one left-wing person who tells a lie. The left wing says, I'll give you gigantic lies, that the United States is a racist country. This is a lie. Wow. This is a gargantuan lie. This is the least racist, multicultural, multi-ethnic country in the history of the world. That these people believe it is proof to me about how effective lying can be. This is an unbelievably non-racist country. Have you people been to Asia? Do you people know that the Japanese did not allow one Vietnamese boat person into Japan because they're not Japanese? But we allowed them into America.
What is that? We're better than the Japanese.
No, we're better than everyone.
Dumb argument.
We are less racist than any country with many races.
Okay,
it is a lie.
But we could still have some
that
racism
have ever been documented.
Of course, there's I'm a Jew. There are anti-Semites in America. It is a giant lie that America is anti-Semitic. I taught Jewish history at Brooklyn College.
God, this guy is so based, man. I was never like a huge Dennis Prager fan. Recently, I've been watching a lot of his stuff. He's so based. Like, it's so true. Anybody who says that America is a super racist country is just uninformed and honestly extremely privileged, as ironic as that is to use in this sense, is extremely privileged to not know just how racist other countries are. Like, they are extremely racist in other countries. In fact, in like a lot of these countries, there's actual genocide still happening right now. You know, in China, there's actual genocides happening like right now. So like real ones, not like a trans one that's happening in the US or that they claim is happening in the US, you know? So everybody who like Bill Maher and like his audience, that there's some people applauding for Dennis Prager, but a lot of them are like actually losing their shit whenever Dennis Prager is saying that America is not a racist country. But like Bill Maher, a lot of these people are very, very privileged to think that America is a racist country, especially in comparison to anywhere else that you go.
I know it. I wrote 2 books on Judaism. Yes. This is the least anti-Semitic country Jews have ever lived in. To say America is anti-Semitic is a lie. To say it is racist is a lie. These are giant left-wing lies.
We're talking about degrees.
To say that men can menstruate is a lie. And that is what is said.
Wait, where did that?
You never heard it, right? Okay, check it out, folks. Check it out. Anyone who says a man cannot menstruate is considered transphobic.
I missed this whole story.
You did? I did.
Tell me where are you getting this?
You know what you should ask Bill Maher right now? If I was in Dennis Prager's shoes, I would say, hey, Bill, can men menstruate? Are you willing to say yes or no? because I guarantee you he wouldn't have given him a straight answer. Maybe he will ask. I don't know. I don't pre-watch these all the way through, so you guys know that. But maybe he will ask him. I would love to hear Bill Maher's response and then hear his audience's reaction to Dennis Prager asking Bill Maher right now, can men menstruate? Ask him.
Just Google it. Can men menstruate?
Who is saying this? You're talking about a very small percentage.
Oh, really? Then how do you allow men, biological men, to run against women in the races in Connecticut and set all the high school records?
Okay, but that's...
they're called men.
No,
the Nation magazine said they're women.
Okay, but I would agree with you on that. The way you framed it is nonsense.
I framed it perfectly accurately.
No, you didn't. What you're talking about...
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Yes, someone who is transgendered, was a man, now claims to be a woman, is a woman, okay, is beating the dog shit out of other women in the race because, of course, they have more muscle mass. And even Martina Navratilova came out and said, this is ridiculous. You might as well not have women's sport. This is a far cry from saying men can menstruate.
I agree.
But that's not where anyone went with that, but you.
Not true.
Okay.
At the university.
You know what's absolutely ridiculous about this as well? Is the slippery slope argument that people like Bill Maher and his entire audience that's laughing at Dennis Prager, they would all say that the slippery slope argument that people were trying to make back whenever, gay marriage was first enacted, first made legal, and everybody was trying to say, this is a slippery slope, this is a slippery slope. Pretty soon we're going to have men competing against women in women's sports. They were all laughing at them. Now Dennis Prager is saying, yeah, we have men competing against women in women's sports, and they're also saying that men can menstruate. And Bill Maher's laughing. He's like, that's so ridiculous. I can't believe you would say that on my show. The audience is laughing and everything like that. And I guarantee you in the future, if not currently, I'm sure it's happening. I'm sure that happens places, but I'm sure in the future, they're going to try to make it mainstream. I'm sure if Kamala Harris was asked, can men menstruate? She's going to say yes. Like, she's going to say, of course they can. If they identify as that, whatever, she's going to say yes. So the slippery slope argument wins again. And it's crazy how Bill Maher and his audience can't see it, but they're laughing at it. And the slippery slope argument is just going to continue to win, especially when it comes to the left wing, because they'll just keep taking and taking and taking until somebody finally stops them.
City of a Berkeley men's room, tampons are given out. Check it out. UC Berkeley men's rooms have tampon dispensers.
Would you say,
that's
Dennis,
probably because men are pussy whipped and their girlfriend said, go get me a tampon. That's why. That's a much more logical. Okay, all right. Moving on to the next. Dennis, I remember you in the old show. You were a little more reasonable.
What did I say that wasn't under you?
You said that we think that men menstruate and no one does. We never. Have you heard about it?
I'm a doctor. I missed that one, I confess.
And this is one of the premier reporters. He knows everything. These people are very. He's a doctor.
Okay.
He's one of the great.
I would make a friendly bet that the LGBTQ normative statement is men can menstruate.
With North America generating most...
He's right. I mean, I guarantee you that if you ask a representative of the LGBT, if it's an actual organization, I don't even know at this point, who cares? But I guarantee you if it is an organization, if you ask a representative of them, they're going to 100% say that men can menstruate. That's 100% facts. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Bill Maher's brushing it off and laughing about it, and so is his audience, but like, it's true. Like, Dennis Prager's not just making this up out of thin air. He just doesn't want to address it because it makes his side look bad.
I'm glad you think it's
okay. All right, let's talk about another kind of gusher. With North America.
What's happening here?
With North America generating most of the oil that's used in the United States, why is the U.S. still in the Middle East? Now, I read this week that we get 16% of our oil from the Middle East countries. That's not much. Only $30 billion do we spend on it. Most of it we get from us. Canada get half. Canada, we get like half, and they have zero warlords. And Mexico. Why are we spending untold billions to protect this area that we're only spending $30 billion on oil for? It makes no sense.
Well, it should be liberating for us. I mean, we started to get involved in the Middle East in 1945 when we wanted oil, when there was oil discovered in Saudi Arabia and Iran. We are now, as of the last 2 years, the world's largest energy producer, not just oil itself, but all kinds of other forms of energy. And it should liberate us from having to be there. What's ironic and silly about what Donald Trump has done is he's taken out 1,000 special operations forces in Syria. By the way, the same guys who got al-Baghdadi. We have 14,000 people in Kuwait. We have 13,000 people in Qatar. Let's bring some of them home. I agree we should have a smaller footprint in the Middle East. And the person who tried to do that was Barack Obama.
There's also,
You know what's ironic about this whole thing? This video is a little old. It's like a few years old. And it's so funny how they criticize Donald Trump for what he's done in the Middle East. And then you think about what happened with Joe Biden's administration and the Middle East and the way they pulled out. Oh man, it's so ironic. And it's so crazy. You know, sometimes the enemy that you know is better than the one that you don't. And it just comes true again, man. Like, these people will criticize the right wing for things that they swear they will do better. And then every single time they get in office, they do something horrible. I just can't even imagine what Kamala Harris's presidency would be like. It's an absolute nightmare to think about. Even outside of like the things she would actually do policy wise, just having her giving presidential speeches, man, I'm gonna not be able to function. Like I won't be able to watch them. She's an unbearable person. She truly is. Anyway, and before I get on the Kamala Harris rant, let me go ahead and end the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole Bill Maher versus Dennis Prager debate that made Bill Maher's audience absolutely lose their minds. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole Dennis Prager versus Bill Maher on Real Time with Bill Maher situation.